Something unusual just happened in the electric vehicle and battery space, and almost nobody is talking about it yet. While most investors are distracted by short-term market noise, one company quietly crossed multiple milestones that could shape the future of energy storage. This isn't hype, and it isn't a quick trade. It's about technology progress finally lining up with industrial execution. Before we go any further, this video is for educational purposes only, and subscribing genuinely helps us continue bringing you credible, research-based breakdowns on emerging stock opportunities like this. Now, let's talk about what's really happening. Over the last few weeks, this stock has been trading in the $12 to $13 range. Recently, around $12.80 per share, reflecting how investors are currently pricing both the opportunity and the uncertainty. Prices move fast, so always double-check the latest quote. But what matters more than the number on the screen is why the market keeps returning to this name whenever solid-state batteries come up. This company isn't just another EV supplier. It's been working for years on one of the most difficult problems in modern technology. Building a commercially viable solid-state lithium metal battery. Traditional lithium-ion batteries rely on liquid electrolytes, which limit energy density, charging speed, and safety. Solid-state batteries aim to replace that liquid with a solid separator, opening the door to longer range, faster charging, and lower fire risk. On paper, the advantages are massive, but in practice, manufacturing at scale has been the biggest challenge. That's where this company comes in. For years, progress happened quietly in labs. But recently, the conversation shifted from, can this work, to how fast can this scale? The company has been moving aggressively toward pilot-scale production, not just prototypes. Its flagship development effort centers around what it calls the QSI-5 cell, a solid-state battery design intended for automotive applications. This isn't a science project anymore, it's a manufacturing roadmap. In late 2025, the company announced it had completed key equipment installation for its Eagle line, a pilot production line designed to support higher-volume QSE-5 cell output. This matters because pilot lines are the bridge between lab success and commercial reality. Without them, breakthroughs stay theoretical. At the same time, the company expanded its strategic collaboration with PowerCo, the battery unit backed by Volkswagen Group. Under this expanded agreement, PowerCo committed up to $131 million in milestone-based payments tied directly to scaling progress. That's not speculative funding, it's execution-driven capital tied to real manufacturing goals. This partnership signals something important. Large automakers are no longer just observing solid-state development, they're preparing for integration. And the progress hasn't been limited to press releases. The company recently demonstrated its solid-state battery technology in a real-world application, powering a Ducati motorcycle through a collaboration with PowerCo and Volkswagen Group. This wasn't a lab demo, it was a live vehicle demonstration, a critical step that shows the technology can move beyond controlled environments. At the same time, the company hosted its second annual Solid-State Battery Symposium in Japan, bringing together automakers, suppliers, and government officials. Japan's Ministry of Economy, Trade and Industry reiterated its plan to support solid-state adoption by 2030, and executives from major automotive players participated in discussions around commercialization timelines. This underscores how closely the company's roadmap aligns with global electrification strategies. Only now does the name fully come into focus. This company is QuantumScape Corporation. QuantumScape has been one of the most closely watched solid-state battery developers for years. But the narrative is finally shifting from promise to progress. The reason investors keep returning to QSISNT because the stock is cheap or volatile. It is because solid-state batteries represent one of the few genuine step changes left in EV technology. Now let's talk about the financial reality, because that's where credibility matters. QuantumScape is still unprofitable, and it remains firmly in the development and scaling phase. In its most recent financial update, the company reported a quarterly net loss of just over $100 million, which was actually an improvement compared to prior periods. Losses remain significant, but the trend has been stabilizing. More importantly, the company ended the period with roughly $1 billion in liquidity, extending its cash runway through 2029. That's a critical point. Many deep tech companies fail not because the technology doesn't work, but because they run out of capital before commercialization. QuantumScape's balance sheet gives it time, and time is the most valuable asset in advanced manufacturing. Operating expenses remain high due to R&D equipment and staffing. But management has emphasized disciplined capital deployment. The goal isn't rapid revenue growth today. It's building a scalable platform that can be licensed and deployed across global partners. From a volume and trading perspective, QS remains a highly watched stock. Institutional participation has fluctuated over time, and volume tends to spike around major announcements, earnings calls, and partnership updates. That pattern suggests the stock is used both as a long-term thematic position and a shorter-term sentiment play. Now, let's address the risk side because this is not a low-risk investment. Solid-state batteries are hard. Manufacturing, yield, durability, cost, and scalability are all challenges that still need to be proven at commercial scale. Competitors, including major battery manufacturers and well-funded startups, are racing towards similar goals. Any delay in execution could impact confidence and valuation. But here's the other side of the equation. If QuantumScape successfully scales its pilot production, continues meeting milestones with partners like PowerCo, and begins licensing or supplying solid-state cells for future EV platforms, the impact could be transformative. Solid-state batteries are widely viewed as the next major leap in electrification, and first movers often capture disproportionate value. That's why this stock remains polarizing. Bears see years of losses ahead. Bulls see a company positioned at the center of a future industry shift, and that tension is exactly what creates volatility and opportunity. To sum it all up, QuantumScape sits at the intersection of breakthrough technology, industrial execution, and global electrification strategy. The company has moved beyond theoretical research and into pilot-scale manufacturing, secured meaningful strategic partnerships, demonstrated real-world applications, and maintained a strong financial runway to continue development. At the same time, risks remain real, timelines matter, and execution will ultimately determine success. Stocks like this don't move in straight lines, they move in stages. And right now, QuantumScape appears to be entering a stage where progress matters more than promises. As always, prices change quickly. Double-check current quotes, review filings, and manage risk carefully. If this kind of deep, professional breakdown helps you see opportunities more clearly, make sure you resubscribed. It helps us continue delivering credible market analysis focused on long-term potential, not short-term noise.